Here.
Leland Jones. Here. Lucy Nolandover.
Here.
Rob Pennell.
Here.
Genevieve Rodzik.
Here.
Craig Sims.
Here.
Rachel Rizzo is present.
Okay, public hearings, we don't have any tonight. Approval of the agenda.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the agenda as presented.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Any public comments on agenda items? This will be your only opportunity to speak on agenda items until after the meeting has taken place.
Hi, I'm Gary Evangelist, I represent Mark in the contract. I just want to let you know that I'm here, and if any questions you guys should have, our request for a special land use permit.
Okay.
I'm here to answer any questions.
Okay, thank you.
Hello,
Hey.
my name is Bill Levine, and I currently live at, 58415 Pembroke. And I'm here to talk briefly about the rezoning for the library parcel. I didn't see anything in the package that said anything else was resubmitted, so it just requests that your recommendation to the village council be for denial.
Sorry, did I? Is that me? I did not hear what you said.
My request for you would be that your recommendation to the city, to the village council, be for denial.
Thank you. Okay, anyone else?
Sorry, I can't turn that off. Since my shutter's too high.
Do you want to get some water or something?
No, it just hit over.
Okay, approval of the minutes. First, public hearing for library rezone minutes dated April 1st, 2025. Motion?
Motion to approve is presented.
Support.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Second set of minutes, public hearing for temporary batch plant special land use minutes dated April 1st, 2025. Is there a motion?
Motion to approve is submitted.
Support.
All approved?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Regular meeting minutes dated April 1st, 2025.
Motion to approve is presented.
Support.
All in favor?
Aye.
I'm sorry, can I talk to that? Any object? Motion carried. Sorry. Communications correspondence workshop, we have none. Old business. First on our agenda is library rezone parcel 260633226017. So we did table this at this time. No further communication has taken place, but no further activity has taken place on this. Did you want to speak on that, David?
Yeah, thank you. If you recall last time, there was some question on whether the zoning map was accurate or not. And that in turn had a link to the plan unit development agreement with Pembroke South. We looked into it, the county did change the zoning map. There is no connection between the plan unit development for the library site and for Pembroke South. So we went through, we found out, after review of that, we found out that the master plan does not support rezoning to a MF multiple family district. It's too high of a density for what the master plan supports. So we personally cannot support a recommendation to approve. We did find out that there are a couple options forward. One is to come back and reapply rezoning to a single family 2 district. It's called, that matches the master plan. And the other option is to look into doing what's called a conditional rezoning. So I just want to bring you up to date on that. And I'm here for any questions you may have. You know, as a backdrop, we did meet with the library representatives in the house here right after the last meeting.
Okay, and I will share that there was very recent email communication. Let me see. From Beth Oakley, from the library board, where they generally asked for more guidance on items. So I will read it in its entirety, just so that you So, good morning, I'm writing on behalf of the library board to provide an update on multifamily rezoning application for the Gresham property and to request additional information before we make further decisions. Following a board meeting on May 15th, the board has decided to hold off on rescinding their current application. While we understand the general rezoning may not be approved, we have several questions and concerns regarding the process and implications of submitting a conditional rezoning application. We would appreciate your guidance on the following. Can the current application be modified to a conditional rezoning request instead of submitting a new application? The answer to that is it cannot be modified. If not, would the application fee for conditional rezoning be eligible for a waiver or discount given our concern about incurring multiple fees for what we may be repeat applications? It would not be eligible, to answer this question, for a waiver or discount. If we submit a new conditional rezoning application, can any of the research or analysis already conducted as part of the current application be reused, or will a completely new review be required? And the village's answer to that is new reviews would be required. For a conditional rezoning application, what specific language, documentation, or conditions would create a strong and complete submission? And to that we answered, please consult with your professionals. For a little bit, we did give them some time with our planners. At the last meeting, we did give them an hour to sort of help guide them. But due to the conflicts that exist with our planner representing us, to advise the library further beyond the path would probably not be in our best interest. Okay, so additionally, the board would like to receive any updates or insights regarding the decision process for the current rezoning application, as well as any findings from the research already completed on the Gresham property. And this is the village's response, is you are currently on the June 3rd, 2025 agenda with the original request to rezone to multiple family unless we are advised otherwise. Review comments from the planner and engineer were sent on 3/27/25 in email. We appreciate your time and support. We look forward to your guidance as we determine the most appropriate next steps. So therein lies the problem with the guidance, and we can't really guide stuff that's coming before us. So as it stands, we do have the tabled item to rezone to multifamily. There has been no formal withdrawal of that motion. So it sits here. Our planner's recommendation is at this time to deny, as it does not align with the master plan or the area. So what is your
Motion to deny based on planning recommendations and the answers basically to their questions weren't in favor of helping them.
Support.
I'll roll call on that.
Rob Bell,
Yes.
Chris Gilbert,
Yes.
Amy Jones,
Yes.
Lucy Nolendover,
Yes.
Genevieve Rodzik,
Yes.
Craig Sims,
Yes.
and Rachel Joseph, yes.
So that is denied, so you can go forward with any type of modifications that you want to make to that rezoning matter. And I guess, I believe that Ms. Hollis has suggested that you sort of reach out and find some guidance there for yourselves, because it is a little bit of a conflict of interest.
No, I get it.
Okay.
Yeah. Can I respond? Sorry.
Yeah,
I mean, within reason. We understand.
Yeah. Or, you good? Okay.
I can.
I'm sorry, I
Yeah.
jumped on.
Yeah. No, we do understand. I mean, it makes sense.
Oh.
Yeah. So no, we get it. So.
Real briefly, this is not a recommendation. It's a recommendation village council. It's not officially
Correct.
designed.
Oh, yes.
There's just two options. They can either rescind the
Right.
motion right now and start over, or else it's got to go to village council. And
Right, so we should probably,
So we recommend as part of.
yes.
I would amend the motion to say recommend denial to the village council.
Support.
Okay, and all in favor of the amendment? Okay, motion carried.
thank you.
Okay. Okay, our next matter is the batch plan. Similar situation in that we tabled it last time. There have been, planning is from our letters of planning. It has a few suggestions. However, Surmed, who could not be here tonight, states that his original engineering letter still stands and that no, the engineering requirements have not been met. And fire also is not recommending curriculum.
Well, when you get to me.
Okay. Well, we can go right to you because Surmed's not here.
All right, so the original site plan that was issued to Fire Savvy did meet approval on the stipulation that we do two things, right? If there's going to be a fuel cell on site, which we've determined that there is a fuel cell on site, it is a double-walled fuel site, which is acceptable, and we're okay with that. And the second we didn't get any information on is whether or not there was a permanent or temporary type structure. There was a temporary structure, if you think about a trailer office type thing on site. We did not get any type of correspondence that that was going to happen again. That doesn't reflect on the site plan either. Not that it's a big deal for us, but we just want to know because it does not show on the site plan the fuel cell or the building. So that was our two little caveats. We do have a in writing that in the event that fire hydrant, again, there's only one fire hydrant on site. It is a fairly low density type site. That if that fire hydrant was needed in the event that the factory was processing, that we would take that hydrant back and use it for what we needed. If any damage caused to that equipment or the material loss, obviously not the fault of the village, the fire department, or any entity of the village. So we do have that understanding. So as far as the fire department is concerned, right, just as long as we know if there's going to be that permanent or that temporary trailer on site.
So the plan I consider is temporary because it's erectable. There's no footings. There's nothing to. I mean, everything comes in on wheels and gets posted and erected.
Yeah, and that will still be required for fire inspections annually as we move.
Sure.
And I think for the most part, we've done our inspection at the previous sites, and we did not have any concerns at that time.
And as for the fire hydrant, we get a meter, a backflow preventer.
Absolutely.
And then we hook up that and we disconnect when it's not in use.
Okay.
So, and then if there is a need, we can always put a Y on it for use too.
Well, regardless, we're not going to go through a meter or anything. So, and it's another good point, right? The village does have a meter on that hydrant, which is a monthly fee to the business, and that will be inspected as well, a little bit more than an annual basis, just to make sure that meter is correctly being used.
Okay, Dave?
Okay, thank you. For this one, we have been in communication with the person preparing the site plan. Overall, we're going to recommend approval, but it is on conditions. A couple conditions. The first one is fire department and engineers are satisfied that all the standards and ordinances from their end are met. The second one is a separation from the property line. Requirement is 250 feet for the equipment. We show 120. A variance is needed from the zoning board of appeals. And the second one is a minimum width of 50 feet for a landscape buffer along the perimeter property line. And although we only have a dimension, the person we're speaking with understood that and said he needs a variance from that. Motion to, so our approval, recommended approval is on those conditions.
Okay, and then Surmed's communication is that all of his original letter have you worked with engineering at all? He's basically said that all of his requirements have not been met. The letter still stands.
I don't know what letter it is, because I was getting two corresponding from planning, maybe from engineering, maybe that communication, because I responded to every communication that I had, so I don't know what else is he requesting then, if that's the case.
So he is stating, he is not available to call. I think it's a March 12th letter.
Well, I asked what the rest
I believe it's the March 12th letter, still stands.
Okay.
And it's quite, it is quite extensive. Do you have a copy of that? It's dated March 12th.
I do not have it with.
That's the
I'm sure.
yeah.
So this is what you and I were talking about, that they did respond to that on March 21st. And I don't know if Surmet has that, because they went line by line on his,
He did say that he did receive a response.
so none of their answers.
But it was not sufficient. Correct.
So I didn't get a response to my.
To your response?
To my response, no, if it was deficient or not.
So, based on that and our inability to contact Surmet, we want to go with tabling again and have Surmet follow up with this.
It's my
Sir,
understanding- it's
Sir,
my
Matt's-
understanding that they haven't met.
Yes, my understanding is from Surmet is that they have not met their requirements.
Or if I may have a follow-up, maybe make a follow-up with Surmet to find out exactly what
Yeah.
we need to do.
So it's the same stuff in March.
He's saying he responded to the letter, but he didn't receive a follow-up from Surmet after that
I
letter?
don't believe so.
You said you didn't receive the March 12th letter.
He did, because you responded to the
responded
March
back.
12th letter. So, he did receive that.
Why don't you call? Just saying that they don't like the.
There is a response, so I do not, let me see if I have something in emails with that. I think that's that complicated.
It is, it's the one I forwarded on March, or
Yeah.
on last Thursday. The first one is the response to Surmet's March 12th letter, the second one is Surmet's actual March 12th letter. There were,
Yeah.
12 attachments to that email.
Yeah.
And that was everything that Becky had regarding the batch plan communications.
From my point of view, I make a motion to deny.
Is there a second to that?
I'm sorry, Rob, say it again, please.
My motion is to deny the request.
I'll support that.
Does anybody else want to converse? Motion on the table. Okay. Roll call.
Rob Pennell,
Yes.
Chris Gilbert,
Yes.
Craig Sims,
No.
Genevieve Rodzik.
No.
Is a no. Lucy Nolan Dover,
Yes.
and Aileen Jones.
No. Motion failed. That motion failed. I'll make a motion to table.
I'll second.
Roll call.
Genevieve Rodzik,
Yes.
Craig Sims,
Yeah.
Chris Gilbert,
Yes.
Rob Pennell,
No.
Lucy Nolan Dover,
No.
Rachel Woodson is a yes. Aileen Jones.
Yes. Okay, motion to table carries. So it'll be tabled and, Surmet is out of state right now. He's not available because this is his time he's in flight right now,
Sure.
unfortunately. So if you can get in touch with him, he is available for calls and such during the day and email communication.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay, and I can get his contact from his house.
Yes.
Okay.
Are we having a communication problem?
On this subject? Yes, it was. There was a lot of emails, a lot of back and forth, and this one was extremely all over the place. It sounds like in trying to keep the emails together, it was just a lot of back and forth of not really knowing. It was just sort of back and forth.
Yeah, are there too many people in the
Well,
communication?
I'm gonna actually discuss, I wanna discuss that in the end, so, cause that is something I wanna bring up. Okay. So, new business, we have non-planners report.
Nothing really definitive to report. All I know is every Wednesday when I'm in here, quite a few people come in and ask me questions on zoning, so we're giving quite a bit of guidance on folks. I have been meeting with the president, fire, code enforcement, the attorneys. We've had code enforcement meetings, trying to keep up on some of the troublesome properties and see what to do next and how to communicate with them.
Thank you. Public comments on non-agenda items. Okay, and a call from the table, to which we'll circle back to the communication. So my question is typically in the past, I've sent out just signage report, the engineering report, and the fire report, as they become available. This time, I tried sending out emails and stuff as they came in to sort of give a broader sense of what was going on as it was going on, picking and choosing what emails to send out, what ones don't matter. Sending them all would be insane.
So I'll have to read it, I just sent it in phases.
So my question is, what does everybody want? Do you want these email communications, knowing that the email communications also come with conversations, so they're not always intact. They might be communicating to something that's been said, or as opposed to something that's been emailed. You know, so there might be a phone call from a person, and then here's this email response that doesn't make sense if you don't know the front end of the conversation. But in an effort to try to keep everybody, I feel like it got really kind of confusing. So, but if you'd like it all, I'll send it all. I'll just have Becky send it all as it comes in, honestly.
I was referring to internal,
I just think that was
because
just,
I'm hearing this gentleman say that, you know, he didn't get something, and of course, you know, Sumet is saying he, you know, it just seems like there's,
Surmet said that the responses were insufficient. So I asked for a letter in regards to that, and to which he said the letter that he submitted in March is the letter that he would resubmit.
I'm all good, I got nothing.
What would you like? Emails, or do
you know,
you?
there's pertinent information that we should receive, and of course, there's some,
Right.
You can always clarify something if it doesn't seem whole that you send out, and you'll send an email that says, hey, this is the conversation and this is the email.
Yeah.
I think it's better just to be informed.
yeah.
It's formed along the way.
Yeah, because quite honestly, this project needed a lot of reading.
Yeah.
And I don't want to read it till we go.
Anybody else? Thoughts?
I think what you're doing, the way you did it was good.
Yeah, fine. It's easier to read them as they come in instead of one big block and all at once.
Okay. Okay. Anybody else off on the table? Okay.
Motion to adjourn at 7:24.
All in favor?
Okay.
Okay. Meeting adjourned.